Since 2008, the Broward Sheriff's Office was involved in 23 type calls involving the killer in some way, shape, or form, or his brother. Some of the calls we responded directly out and met with his mother. Perhaps he was on scene. Some of these were made via phone call. In 2 of these cases, and you have a color-coded spreadsheet, after being briefed by Internal Affairs, I've restricted 2 of our deputies while we delve further into this, take statements, and make a decision whether or not they could have done more or should have done more. It's a fluid investigation. They are on restrictive duty. In the case of Scott Peterson, our school resource deputy, I want to clarify any rumors, conjecture, or stories that have been out there. Scott Peterson was absolutely on campus through this entire event. He was armed. He was in uniform. After seeing video, witness statements, and Scott Peterson's very own statement, I decided this morning to suspend Scott Peterson without pay pending an internal investigation. As is his right, Scott Peterson chose to resign because he has the necessary time with the agency and meets the requirements of retirement. He resigned and /retired. The investigation will continue. We're not going to disclose the video at this time, and we may never disclose the video, depending on the prosecution and the criminal case. But what I saw was a deputy arrive at the west side of Building 12, take up a position, and he never went in. Any questions?
Sheriff, some are saying that he hid inside the classroom, so that's not accurate.
That's not accurate.
He was outside the building the entire time.
Yes.
There's a discussion about Coral Springs went in first. Can you address that?
I don't know I know people got there, deputies got there. There was a time I know Coral Springs deputies were in there acting heroically. I believe by the time the first Coral Springs police officer went in there, the killer was off premises. I know we had deputies clearly inside pulling bodies out. I don't know at this time. It's, as I said, a fluid investigation. So we'll see what happens. It doesn't matter who went in first. It doesn't matter in what order you went in. What matters is that when we in law enforcement arrive at an active shooter, we go in and address the target. And that's what should have been done. And if we find out, or anybody were to find out that any officer or deputy got to an active shooter building and didn't exactly go in, that would be something we would absolutely look at.
Well, Sheriff, has Deputy Peterson given any indication of why he didn't go?
No.
Was there a lack of communication between Coral Springs and BSL on that day?
What do you mean by lack
The
of
lack
communication?
of communication between the 2 police departments?
Not to my knowledge.
From the video that you have, Peterson is outside. Can you tell us how long this is unfolding while he's out there? Is he the only deputy that's out there for a time
Yes.
while this is happening? And how much time went by that he did not go in, that he could have gone in? And
Minutes. I think it was upwards. I think he remained outside for upwards of 4 minutes.
And the shooting lasted 6 minutes?
Correct.
How long was the other shooting again? Did you arrive at the building?
Probably about a minute and a half. Vita will get you those exact numbers, but probably about a minute and a half after the shots were fired.
Do you know where he was when the shots initially were fired and where he ended up outside of that building?
I believe he's in one of the offices dealing with a school-related issue with a female student, and I think somebody else might have been in there.
So not very far from the freshman building.
I don't know. I don't know where it was.
What is he seen doing on the video?
Nothing.
Phone calls, sending emails?
He went on his, I think he got on his radio at a point in time, and he took up a position where it looked like he could see the westernmost entry into the building and stayed where he was. Never went in,
He clearly knew there was a shooting.
clearly.
Sheriff, what would you say to the families? You're now saying this deputy who was on campus stood there outside as somebody was shooting inside this high school.
Devastated, sick to my stomach. There are no words. I mean, these families lost their children. We lost coaches. I've been to the funerals. I've been to the homes where they sit and shiver. I've been to the vigils. It's just, there are no words.
So Sheriff, just to clarify, you believe when you said that the shooter was still inside the building?
Absolutely. Thank you.